उनका नाम है दीपिका एंड जैसे मिथुन जी ने कहा कि there were 600,000 women. Deepika is one out of those many women who was in the rape camp. And to answer your question about being traumatized, I don't think any of us can ever be traumatized because what the women have gone through, I can't even imagine going through. I'm just an actor. And I know that at the end of the day, I'm just an actor who's trying my best to play a character with as much authenticity. But I will not take on any more, than that because, and when Mrityunjay offered me the part, I was not worried that, oh, I'm going to be so traumatized playing a woman who's raped. It's a film. There's an action. He calls cut. We get our check. We go home. So what was the challenging part of it for me was doing it with authenticity. Doing it on behalf of the number of women who've gone through that kind of pain and atrocity, of which I can't even understand one fraction of. So when a director trusts me with portraying a character like that, for me the biggest challenge is to respond to that trust with as much honesty as I can and not make it a travesty of somebody's tragedy. And that is what I was really scared of. I don't want to make a mockery of what those women went through, but approach it with as much sensitivity as I can. And whether I've succeeded or not, that you have to see to, judge.
I think that's one thing that all of us were scared of. That we don't do injustice to the story and to the victims. We want it to be as true as possible.
And in many ways they want victims, because script mein you see Deepika's character, who like many other women have been raped, and yet she, as you watch the film, you'll realize that despite going through that horrendous kind of violence and repeated violence, she still had the will to fight for the freedom of Bangladesh. Can our generation even imagine coming together to fight for anything?
Yeah.
Without going through anything like rape? Forget rape, just in this heat. Can we think that we'll all come together and fight for a common cause? We don't. Why? Because we have nothing in common that we can agree upon, So for me it was so humbling to try my best, to play a character who had that heart and had the desire for freedom and had the desire to tell her story despite going through what she's going through. So, I mean, you can take a leaf out of that book. I took a leaf out of that book to stop whining about the problems, and do something about something that I care for.